Hey, kings, queens, and everything in between. Welcome back to another episode, One Time for a Good Time. And for today's episode, I do want to talk about depression. It's something I go through. I talk about it a lot on my podcast. It's something that half of the population goes through. And I had this discussion with myself of, should I make this video? I do have so many depression videos on my YouTube channel, and I didn't want this topic to become repetitive. And I had to kind of sit down and reflect with myself and say, how is mental health repetitive? You can't stop talking about mental health because you feel like you talked about it too much. To be honest, we're in a society where, yes, the subject is opening up. A lot more people are coming out and saying, hey, I'm struggling with X, Y, and Z. I'm going through this, and it is amazing. It is phenomenal. If you are a person that is advocating for mental health, thank you so much. But these past couple of days and weeks have been really hard for me mentally. And I asked my followers, I was like, is this something you would see? Is seeing a depression video something you would want to hear? Because I feel so alone, I told them that it's crazy how I'm such a motivator. I'm supposed to be this entrepreneur. I'm working on multiple projects. I'm doing everything and anything under the sun. And so I have to stay happy. I have to stay at a certain level so I can achieve the things I want to get my life goals. And I was telling them that it's hard to do that when I'm a person that my job is to make people feel good. My job is to make people smile, be the hype man, make them rethink about their choices and help them through their journey through mental health, while I'm sitting here feeling like I don't have anybody of my own. I'm sitting here feeling like nobody sees me because I'm constantly getting off this persona that I'm happy, I'm excited, I'm jumping for joy, I'm this bad bitch entrepreneur, fine as hell, black queen. And I am, don't get it twisted, but I give that persona 99% of the time. And people don't see the nights where I'm going to bed by myself, crying, upset, going through it mentally, having these internal wars with myself. And I think about that for anybody struggling with mental health. It is hard. It is extremely hard to live on a planet where no one can literally see what you are going through. Like, unless somebody says, I have depression, I have bipolar, I have anxiety, I have this, you would never know. And I've been walking a lot lately. And every time I pass a person now, it's like, do you have depression? Do you have some type of mental illness? Are you going through something right now and I don't know? Is this fake smile I'm putting on the same exact fake smile you're putting on? Are we even being genuine to each other as strangers? That's what I'm constantly thinking now as I go out into this world. I'm like, are we being genuine with our smiles, with our handshakes, with our conversations with one another? I was like, how many of us truly want to come out and say, hey, I want to cry right now. Hey, I am going through it. I'm depressed. I haven't been held or hugged in a long time. I need to talk to somebody about what is going on in my brain because I don't know how to properly work it out. Because I know I felt like that for the past week. I just wanted to just sit down and just tell everybody how I felt, or just tell somebody I trusted what was going on with me. And I realized I never made that safe space for myself to do that. As you guys know, I just started a Discord server for my podcast, and in there we talk about mental health. We talk about, sexuality, everything under the sun. And I just broke down to them and I was just like, listen, I'm giving off that I'm this positive, beautiful human being, and I am, but I am sad on the inside and I am going through it. And now it gets to a point where I go in there every day and I ask everybody, how are you guys doing mentally? What is it that we can say positive about ourselves genuinely, even if it's small or even if it's big? It just has to be genuine. You don't realize how much people go through until you're going through something yourselves, and you're looking at other people like, I feel the exact same thing you're feeling. I'm thinking the exact same thoughts you're feeling, but no one's talking about it. No one's bringing up that discussion. No one's giving that space for us to speak out about what we're going through. You know, so many people are in environments or surrounded by people that, you know, are constantly saying to them, just smile, or cheer up and you'll get over it, or think happy things, or life is hard, get over it, etc., etc. Many people are unknowingly putting out this toxic positivity. I just found out this term the other day. It's where you think you're helping somebody with a mental illness when you're truly not. You're actually making them feel worse for who they are. I'm personally a person going through that when it comes to an environment where it's hard for me to say, hey, I'm struggling right now. Hey, I'm going through this, because I know I'm around people that, one, aren't that educated when it comes to mental health, and two, you know, there's automatically degrade me. You know, it's like I already feel bad for being depressed. I already feel bad for going through these internal struggles. I don't need you or the next person to make me feel like that, you know, and it makes you feel like you're alone in this world when you're really not. And that's why I wanted to pick up this mic today and talk to you guys, because even though I have like 20 videos on my YouTube channel about depression and my experiences and, you know, motivation talks, it's still hard. You know, it pains me that I can't come on here and say, hey guys, I have a cure, or hey guys, you got to do this to be happy. All I've ever learned when it comes to depression, stress, anxiety, whatever, is that I have to make room for it. And even though I don't want to make room for it and I don't want this to be in my life at all, it's something that's never going to go away. It's something that I just can't pack up my stuff and leave. You know, it's just that toxic friend that's going to linger amongst your life for a long time. And it hurts. Like when my episodes come up, I have to sit down and ground myself and be like, hey, this is here. This is a part of you. Let it run its course. Let it do what it has to do. You know, you can choose, and you can make sure that you do not go overboard with it, or you don't make it overwhelm you or make you spiral into something worse than what it is. But you have to make room for this thing, because this is something that you are born with. This is something that you're just going to have to go through. And for these past couple of days, that's all I've been doing, is going through this cycle. And it's been hard. It's been really hard, but I have to stay positive and I have to stay working, like, because I need to keep to my deal to myself that I'm going to finish something. I'm going to actually give myself the discipline to allow myself to accomplish the goals I need in my life. My mental health is a part of me, but it's not me. You understand what I'm saying? It's so easy for me to sometimes sit there and think, I'm depressed, I'm relapsing, I'm this. But I have to pull myself out of that and say, listen, you are a human being that so happens to have depression, that so happens to have anxiety and struggle with these things, but you are not that. And I guess sitting down and saying, who am I? You know, I'm Christy Archer. You know, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a nice woman. I'm beautiful. I'm smart. You know, I'm funny. I have depression. I have mental illness. But I also have drive. I have ambition. I have goals. I have things I want to do. I have love in my heart. And when I take that moment to think about all the things I want to be and to think about all the things I am and to see how far I've come in my journey of fighting with this illness, it grounds me and shows me that this is just a rock in the road that I'm going to get over. This is just an obstacle that I will eventually pass. Like, yes, it sucks and it's something that I don't want to experience right now, but this is life. But if I keep showing myself who I am as a person, and I keep telling myself what my intentions are and who I'm doing this for and who I'm working for and why I'm working for, it pushes me through life to keep going. Because one thing about mental illness, its sole purpose is to stop you. It's to make you not want to continue. It's to make you regret everything you've ever done, to rethink everything you've ever done, self-deprecate yourself, make yourself insecure, make you question your entire existence on this planet. But one thing I've learned is that I was supposed to be here. I don't care what type of deck of cards I've got. I don't care if my set was bad or good. I was supposed to be here. Now, I choose if I want to take this set of cards and do something with them, or if I just want to fold out the game and I'm not ready to leave. I'm not saying I'm going to win, but I'm not ready to leave yet. And I want that for everybody out there listening to this and everybody that's going through something, is that you can have the worst deck of cards in the entire planet, but you can choose if you want to keep going. You can choose if you want to stay in this game for a long period of time. It's so easy, it's so satisfying actually, that when you get those thoughts of, maybe it's just time to give up. Maybe it's time for me to move on. Maybe it's time for me to, do whatever. But those aren't the right thoughts. Let me tell you something. As I grew older and as I've become the person I am today, there's no way somebody could have told me 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 3 years ago that I was going to be the person I am today. I work out now. I'm actually happy. I'm actually love myself. I have a podcast. I have a following. I have people I love now. I have a great support system. Yes, I have depression. Yes, I am sad. That doesn't make me a hypocrite. But my depression isn't me. It's a part of me. You understand what I'm saying? And I want you, even during the lowest of your times, when you can't think of anything nice to say, you can't think of anything good, go back to who you are as a person. Who am I? What do I stand for? What do people around me see? Write it down. Go for a walk, run, talk to people, join forums, join groups, do whatever you got to do. But going through something as serious as this, you shouldn't be alone. The way I got through it, for me personally, I was alone. And it was hard as hell to get through it. But as I got over that hump, I realized it would have been way more easier if I had people around me. Please, if you need, type your story in the comment section below. Join the Discord server. Join anything. Join a support group around you. Do whatever you got to do. Call the hotline. But what I need right now in my life, and what I want to see in this world, I want us to step up. And I want us to come out and talk about our experiences and talk about what is going on in our minds. I want us to talk about when we're good and when we're bad, and make it a safe space for anybody and everybody to say, hey, I'm not doing good. Hey, I want to cry. Hey, I have depression. Hey, I'm going through this. Can I talk to you? That's my goal right now as I travel through life, is to make society a safe space where anybody on this planet can say, I'm going through something, and not feel ashamed, not be questioned, not have toxic positivity come to them. And if you are a person that maybe you don't experience mental illness, maybe you are just lucky and never experienced depression, anxiety, or whatever, I advise you to take the time out of your day to maybe educate yourself on it. Talk to somebody that's going through it. Learn about the illnesses, because it's important. It really is important. It's so easy to disregard something that you can't see, but sometimes the scars that you can't see are the worst. And I want us as a society to educate ourselves on mental health. This is a serious thing. So many people are losing family members, loved ones, friends, cousins, co-workers over mental health because no one knew what was going on. I know for sure I'm tired of fighting this internal battle. I want people to know what I'm going through. I want people to know what I'm thinking and how I feel. I need to make that environment, that space where I can come to you guys and say, hey, I'm not feeling good today. Hey, I don't want to make a podcast episode today. I'm going through it. And I want everybody that listens to me to be like, I completely understand. Go ahead and take your time. So I just want to say I love you guys. For anybody out there that's listening, I really hope this discussion can be broadened as the years go on. I really hope more people could come out and talk about their situations and what's going on with them. And let's just be role models for ourselves. Let's be support systems for each other and just try to have as much of a peaceful life as we can. It is going to be hard. There are going to be obstacles and things that get on our way, but we should be able to be proud of the happy moments and experience the happy moments. So I ask you guys to just be there for one another and love each other. I love you guys so much. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.